again? 20, 29?
No, I'm 36.
36. Okay. I mean, I talk to a lot of people. Okay, 36. What's going on with you?
Young. Okay, so basically, I always wanted to get married, but just being serious with someone, I don't know, maybe till like about 32, I just didn't think about it. I just was just still having fun.
Okay. What does that mean?
Just dating, casually dating people, not necessarily having sex with them. Okay. But of course, everyone wants to have sex.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm playing football and I'm trying to pass the goal without doing it in a way sometimes.
So you're robbing me.
A little.
Not a little. I mean, this is where you ladies got to start. See, what men want to hear from y'all is the truth.
Yeah. Well, I'm giving it to you.
Well, because you want a man to spend his time, attention, resources on you, and the whole deal is sex.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel if on payday they play football with your ass?
No, okay, look it. This is what I'm saying. But guys that you're just dating, I want to say after I go on a few dates with you, then, I might want to have sex with you, but I just don't want to have sex with you.
At first glance, I would be inclined to disagree with Kevin Samuels here. Hear me out. As I said, at first glance, if just for the sake of argument, we say this is a normal, regular woman, not promiscuous, not in the sex industry, a regular woman who just wants to go out on a few dates with men in search of her eventual husband. I don't think that woman owes any man any sexual favors. I think even men would agree with me on this one. So on first glance, I would say, no, Mr. Samuels, you are wrong. In the same way as no man owes a woman a 3-course meal, in the Ritz on the first date or even on the 10th date, no woman owes a man sex. I think that's a general principle that we all have to accept. Otherwise, we would have a very, very difficult world to navigate. I think we would all be agreed with that. So on first glance, yes, she has the right to say, okay, I dated, now, okay, what does dating mean? We all have different definitions of dating. My definition would have been, let's just go out and see if we like each other. That, to me, is dating. But I know it means so many different things to different people. Granted. So, having said all that, now we move on to what I think Kevin Samuels is smelling. So, on first glance, I disagree with him, but in the rest of the video, actually, it turns out he is right. Because this woman is not actually what she appears to be at first glance. Now, this is the problem I have with my fellow sisters. You are never what you are or what you say you are. And therefore, it's difficult to defend you, sisters. It's very, very difficult. If I were to take you at face value, I hear a 36-year-old lady, she's looking earnestly for a husband. It's all very, a little bit tragic, a little bit... heart strings tugging, let's put it that way. I have sympathy. But then you hear what comes out of her mouth later in the video, and then you think, can't help you, sorry, your fault. You deserve everything that you're going through. You lose sympathy. And this is the thing. Let's move on. I don't want to give too much away at this point.
You're a grown woman.
Mm-hmm.
You're not a virgin. And you and I both know that a woman makes up her mind whether or not she wants to have sex with a man. You know if you're going to have sex with him or not.
Okay,
Hold
maybe
on,
say after
hold
the
on,
second
hold on,
date.
hold
I'm
on.
like,
No,
nah, I
no,
don't want to
okay,
mess
no,
with
no, 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 no. It doesn't play over here. You're 36. You're not 22. This part, and see, you're not listening. This is why men are walking away from marrying and dealing with y'all, because you're not honest. There are men you have slept with and didn't require 3 or 4 or 5 dates. All right, then that's the bottom line. That's the base price. And to men, it's like, if he can get it for this price, why do I have to do all this? That's why I say, ladies, do not.
Aha, it's coming out now, isn't it? Immediately, more or less. So this is the problem, the dishonesty. If this was a regular 36-year-old woman who has been fairly traditional in her outlook, even if she's not a virgin, if she's not deceptive. So, and this is the issue that Kevin is going on and on about, and I understand him. If for one man the price is $2 and for the next man the price is $2,000, we have a problem. Now, of course, not all men are equal. It's true. But this is the annoying thing. For one man who got you when you were younger, he basically didn't have to do anything. And then the one that you want to marry must actually pay your bride price, so to speak, and yet not getting the full bride. Your virginity is gone. He is not obliged to fight hard for you like in the old days where the warriors went out and fought for the virgins. It's not the same. Your product is not the same. This is the thing that, my sisters, we haven't really understood. This is the issue for men. Don't demand an even higher price for a lower product. It's very simple to understand. And the problem is, men do understand that. They are the buyers. And if the sellers are so ignorant as to not to understand this principle, then we don't even start negotiating. It's just best to just leave the products on the table and walk away. And this is what men are doing. MGTOWs and passport bros, all of these men, this is exactly what they're doing. And I have to say, I understand. In all humility, in all honesty, I feel sorry for these blokes. I understand them. If this is what they have to put up with, then, sisters, I'm sorry. I'm trying very hard to understand also from the female point of view, but it's not easy sometimes because, and this is the other problem, we perhaps even know what is going on at the, shall we say, at the deep spiritual level, but we won't admit it. So we argue and argue and argue, and this is what makes Kevin Samuel's job a bit difficult, because he has to tease out the truth. He has to dig and dig and dig and dig, and the whole video makes for an entertaining view, and entertaining video. But the sad part is we are simply exposing our unwillingness to accept the truth. I don't think it is innate in female nature to ride around the bush and skirt around the issue. I don't think it's really in female nature. It has actually become, in my opinion, in my very humble opinion, a spoilt, entitled Western woman thing. It's as simple as that. If Kevin were having this conversation with, let's say, a woman from the Far East, a woman from deep black Africa, a woman from one of the indigenous populations who hasn't been contaminated by Western values, I think the conversation would have turned out differently. It would turn into simply a man giving a woman advice and the woman listening to that advice. It's going to be a very straightforward conversation. But here we have this almost tug of war, and all he's trying to do is educate her. in something that she says she wants.
Do not go on date number one. Don't go out there talking about our date to see if I like you. French toast that. Keep your ass at home. Don't take his money. Ask all the questions you need to do. Because if you go out with us, we're expected to smash.
Okay, look it.
Actually, this is good advice from Kevin Samuels. In light of what I said earlier, if we are to keep the dating game clean and honest, then I think, yes, women should adopt his strategy here. Yes, we do know who we want to, so to speak, give it up to. We do know who we would like to marry. We do know who we think is on our level when we evaluate men. And it's unfortunate, but we accept offers from other men who we're pretty sure we don't want, to give perhaps women the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's to not completely dismiss someone before you get to know them. So I would, maybe I'm just making excuses for my fellow sisters, but hear me out. I think it's also good to try things out a little bit, but don't expect the full treatment. I think that's what's dishonest. If you're just trying a man out to see how he is, how he could maybe fit with you in your life, don't expect that, 3-course or 5-course meal at the most expensive restaurant. Just go out on a coffee date with him. Just see if you could see yourself, being his wife one day. Be honest. And I think even when that man gets rejected later, I think he will just see it as, okay, so it didn't work out, fine. But I think it would be an easier pill for him to swallow if he hadn't spent, $5,000 on one meal with you. You know what I mean? So ladies, let's keep it honest. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it just and fair. And I think men will respect us for it. I sincerely think so.
Dated and dealt with people that I didn't actually were attracted to them when I first met them, but as I got to know them, I did become attracted to them. So that can happen too.
This is what women do. They play games with the possibility of sex. The guys you went out with, were you paying all the bills? Were you paying for everything 100%?
So here we are. To reiterate the point I was trying to make, she is right. She gave a guy a chance. She didn't really like him to begin with, but she eventually did grow to like him. There's nothing wrong in that. I think more women should do this, actually. Give a guy a chance. But do you see where Kevin gets upset? How did you interact with that man? You knew you didn't like him at first, but did you accept big gifts from him? Did you help him to waste his time with you? This is the dishonest thing about the whole issue about women giving a guy a chance. If you think you might bolt, don't let him lose all his money. Let him spend that money on the woman he wants. Be fair. This is what I'm trying to say.
No.
Then it's bullshit. It's bullshit. I mean, you sitting there saying,
not saying that I expect for them to pay all the time, because I'm a nice girl. I'm from California. We're.
It has nothing to do with being there. I mean, it's not. No. Look. Did you grow up with your father?
So the next few questions are just his screening questions to try to get a picture of her physical attributes. And actually, he has nothing to say about that because she does pass his test, his well-known test. He didn't have to play his trombone at her at all. So that's all very good. But I will just show you the last clips of the last part of the video. So maybe a 3-minute clip or so where we come to the crux of the matter. So let's watch.
You can't even tell us what professions.
I just did.
No, you really didn't, because in the comment section, you don't see all these hearts going up.
I don't see anything.
I'm in the comment section when this video is over, and you hear people talking about a teacher or a barber making $400,000, they're not going to be very kind. Please, ma'am, stop. I'm trying to help you. Stop.
Okay.
They're not going to be very kind because it sounds crazy. And at the
No,
end,
you
no,
asked me what
I will
type of
shut
people
this shit
that
down
I
and finish it
dated.
on my own. I don't need, you've already fucked yourself up enough. I'm trying to help you dig your way out. But if you really want me to, I'll finish it on my own. Man, you're 36 years old. You're talking about what, and all you're talking about is you bring your cute self to the table. That's a just reward. That's a just trophy. And you're gonna have kids in private school and a housekeeper.
Yeah.
Do you earn over 6 figures?
Definitely.
What's your profession?
Right now, I'm a stripper. I dance all over. I go state to state. Because you know why?
There you go, people.
I was working as a.
There you go.
I was working.
There you go, people.
A counselor, doing some other things. I don't make no money.
I knew 15 minutes ago what I was talking to. And it's not about being a dancer. I've worked in. I did business in clubs. I like strippers and it's good, but it's about a mindset. You ain't learned nothing.
Why
you ain't
not?
learned nothing because you still talking like you on the pole. You still talking like a 19-year-old girl. You don't even know the professions. You've been in these places, you dance and you got money. You haven't even been able to identify your targets appropriately. Low class, low rent, low rank. Get out of here.
Indeed. There you go. There we have it. A stripper. And she wants to marry a high value man. Well, I don't even know where to start. Kevin is right here. She hasn't learned a thing. This is not the kind of woman a high value man marries. Yeah, he may date you, he may have a relationship, a situationship with you, but it's very, very rare. It's, vanishingly rare for such men to marry such women. But she thinks because she has money from this profession that she's equal to the innocent, young, friendly, fit, normal woman that a high value man wants. What can I say? It's real tragic. And so anyway, this is one of the points of this series of videos that I am making. I hope to at least soften the points that Mr. Samuels was trying to make. I think his manner is perhaps a little bit harsh for many women, but I hope that when the same message is heard from a female point of view with a female voice, perhaps it sinks in more. That's my goal, and I hope I succeed. Wish me luck. Thank you very much for watching till the end. Godspeed.